Today we have a training amendment on the disposition of leads within Salesforce. Recently released functionality has allowed us to greatly streamline the disposition of leads. We have two leads before us, two web browsers. The browser on the left will disposition a lead using the old method. The web browser on the right, I will disposition a lead using the new method. In the old method, under the section Disposition Information, we have 6 fields: Customer contacted date, install scheduled date, final disposition date. In the new section, the field is sales stage and sales stage date. In the old method, all 6 of these fields required user input. In the new method, only sales stage requires user input. The sales stage date will always populate with today's date. You do have the ability to go back and choose a previous date by clicking inside the date box and using the calendar, or just typing in the date itself. But the field itself will populate with today's date. So let's begin by dispositioning this first lead using the old method. We go into edit mode. The first piece of data that requires input is customer contacted. So we change that to yes, bad contact information, no interest, whatever. Let's choose yes, and we'll add in a customer contacted date. At this point, we can save the lead, or we can move on to the next step, install scheduled. So for install scheduled, we have completed this. The install failed for some reason. We've lost contact with the customer has lost interest, or yes, it is scheduled to be installed. Complete, we choose a date. This tells us the lead is won, so we update the final disposition to closed won, input a date, and put in our CSG account number. Then we save the record. So a few steps, doesn't take all day, but it does take a little bit longer than the new method. Let's go back into this lead and say it was not actually closed won, but it was lost, so we changed the install scheduled to failed and put the date that it happened on. The final disposition is now closed lost. We input the date that it happened on. We don't need the CSG number, but we do need the reason why it was lost. Again, we have a pull-down menu here you're probably familiar with. It shows the reasons why a lead can be lost. And then we would hit save. Record complete. We've done our duty to disposition the lead. On the new method, the amount of time needed is a lot less, and we actually have several shortcuts involved here. Once you accept the lead, it'll come over in the sales stage date. We'll show you lead accepted. The date field will be blank at that point. At any point in time, we change the value within sales stage. Maybe we change it to customer contacted, or site survey, or install scheduled. These are all values, and dates will be assigned according to today's date when the value was selected. So if I save this, customer contacted, the sales stage date populates with today's date. If we scroll down to the bottom, there's also a history section that tells me on this date, at this time, this user changed the sales stage date to this date. They also changed the sales stage from lead accepted to customer contacted. So before, all that was recorded over here in these 6 fields. Now we have a single field and a history tracking everything that we do to this. So we no longer need all these other fields. Our reporting becomes much simpler. Our data entry becomes much more streamlined and easy to do. So back on the top, we go back to edit mode. We can choose closed won, closed lost, or we can take a shortcut. At any point in time, I can click the button that says lead sold and hit save. When I do this, it's going to say, you need a CSG account number. Okay, I know I need this number. Let's input the number and hit save again. Our job's complete. We've sold this, we've updated the lead, we're good to go. The same thing will happen with lead loss. So let's say if we did not win the lead, in fact, we lost it for whatever reason. We can check lead lost, choose the reason why, and hit save. When we do these things, I'm going to go ahead and cancel out of this because I prefer to see closed won on my leads, but notice the lead status changed to closed and the sales status changed to closed won. All these things happen for us automatically, and we're good to go. So one simple field, one pull-down menu, choose your stage. Once you're going, got shortcuts, check a box, you're good to go. Also, some new things I think a lot of you guys might find interesting. Let's say something happened, we're looking at this lead, we accepted it. It's just really not a good lead. There's no contact information, there's no phone number, we can't get a hold of this customer, it's just bogus data at this point. It came from the website, maybe the customer didn't input everything, maybe something happened along the way and we just can't work this lead. It's invalid. I choose the value, sell stage, return to dish, it's an invalid lead, I hit save. I no longer have to worry about this lead. It goes back to dish, dish will find a way to take care of it. Or maybe the customer input the lead twice on our website, or called our call center and then put one in through our website. I can do the same thing with duplicates. If I sell stage, return to dish, it's a duplicate. We know what the problem is now. Save it. We're still good to go. That's pretty much all there is to the new dispositioning method. Comments, concerns, these things are always welcome. Feedback, we love it. Call us, visit us, send us an email. If you have questions, same thing. We're always around to help you out. Thanks.